Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to tell you the answers of first PUC Model Question Paper 2 of Political Science. So answer of part 1 and part 2 has already been uploaded, so you can watch that video. This is the next part which will start from question number 35. So I will tell you the answers from question number 35 in this video. The previous answers has already been uploaded, so you can watch those videos also. So let's start. So the question number 35, in this section you have to answer 2 questions only. Out of 4 you have to answer only 2 questions. The first question which we will discuss is question number 35. So, the presidential form of government is based on the principle of separation of power between the executive and legislature. Under this system, the executive is independent from the control of legislature. Here is the definition written, so you can write the definition also from here. In the opinion of Gettel, presidential government is that form in which the chief executive is independent of the legislature as to its tenure and to a large extent as to its policies and act. So this is the definitions according to D.V. Varney. You have to write this definition also. Next, after writing the above definitions, you have to summarize the above definitions and you have to give a conclusion. That's the independence and the non-responsibility to the legislature as well as its definite tenure and united structure. These are the 2 features of the presidential executive. So now we will discuss the more features of presidential form of government. So the first one is the real head of the state. Next is the separation of power. So you have to write these 2 features and you have to explain this also. Next we will discuss the third feature. Third is the principle of checks and balances. So this is the third feature. Now the fourth feature is superior position of president. This is the fourth feature. Fifth is political homogeneity not necessary. This is the fifth feature. In this way, question number 35 is completed. You have to answer only 2 questions from this section. So we have discussed question number 35. Now we will discuss question number 36. In this way, this section will be completed. In this question number 36, you have to discuss about the composition of Lok Sabha, and the second is powers and the functions of Lok Sabha. So first of all, we will discuss about the composition of Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is composed of representatives or people chosen by direct election on the basis of aerial suffrage. The maximum strength of the House envisaged by the Constitution is now 552. 530 members to represent states, 20 to represent union territories, and not more than 2 members of the Anglo-Indian community to be nominated by the president if in his opinion that community is not adequately represented in the house. So the total elective membership of the Lok Sabha is distributed among states in such a way that the ratio between the number of seats allotted to each state and population of the state is, as far as practicable, the same for all states. The Lok Sabha at present consists of 545 members. Of these, 530 members are directly elected from the states and 13 from union territories, while 2 are nominated by the president to represent the Anglo-Indian community. Now you have to write the powers and the functions of Lok Sabha. So the first power and function of Lok Sabha is legislative functions. So the power of Lok Sabha extends to all subjects falling under the union list and the concurrent list. We have to explain this point also, legislative functions. Now next function is financial function. On financial matters, the supremacy of the Lok Sabha is total and complete. Next is third one, control over the executive. The Lok Sabha enjoys direct control over the executive because executive is directly responsible to the lower house. The fourth one is the constituent functions. The Lok Sabha shares equal powers in regard to amending provisions of the constitution. Now the fifth one is the electoral functions. So the About the electoral functions, you have to write that the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha elect the highest constitutional functionaries such as the President and the Vice President. Next one is 6 number, judicial functions, in the which you have to write that the Lok Sabha acts as a judge in the impeachment of the President. And if that resolution is passed by a 2/3 majority of the total membership of the House, President stands impeached from the House office. So in this way, your question number 35 and your question number 36 is completed, and in that section is also completed. Next we will move on to next section, in which we will discuss question number 39. About the executive, you have to write here the significance of the executive. So the executive is the part of government exercising authority in and holding responsibility for the governance of a state. So in this way you have to write the significance of the executive. The executive formulates the goals of national interest and fixes the priorities. It first formulates the foreign policy of the nation and then implements it for securing the defined goals of national interest. Further, the executive appoints the ambassadors of the state to other states. In this way, question number 39 is completed. You have to write the answer in about 15 to 20 sentences. So that answer is completed. Now we will discuss the last question, question number 40. After this, your model question paper 2 or political science will be completed. So in question number 40, we will discuss about the salient features of the Constitution. The first one is lengthiest written Constitution. We will discuss here 5 features of the Indian Constitution. The first one is that it is the lengthiest written Constitution. The second is it has been drawn from various sources. Now the third one is parliamentary form of government. The government which is formed is based on the majority party rule, so it is a parliamentary form of government. The fourth one is the federal system, and the fifth and the last one is the fundamental rights. So in this way your answer is completed. Till question number 40 your answer is completed, and in this way your model question paper 2 of political science has been completed. And the answers of previous questions have already been answered in other videos of part 1 and part 2. So if you have not watched that videos, please do check that. You can check the playlist also. And thanks for watching, and if you like the video then don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.